Video game movies are always a gamble. They have a long history of being absolute garbage. Sure, the new Mario movie helped get some of that bad taste out of people's mouths, but for the most part, they are big pieces of trash wrapped in poo. So, does Gran Turismo, the movie based around the popular racing sim, help continue this new tradition that Mario started, or is it just more of the same? Let's find out. So, Gran Turismo is the story of Ian Martinborough, a normal young British man who does everything that young British men do, like browse the web on his Sony Vaio, listen to music on his Sony Walkman, scroll through social media on his Sony Xperia, and game on his Sony PlayStation. Can you guess who made this movie? Now a word from our sponsors. Brand loyalty aside, there is one thing that separates Yan from other typical young men, and that's his obsession with the racing simulator Gran Turismo. You see, ever since he was a kid, Yan has wanted to be a race car driver, and this game is the closest that he has been able to get to that dream, until one day when he gets a fateful invitation to participate in the ultimate sim race for the ultimate prize, a chance to become a real race car driver. Things initially go well, and Yan gets the invite to join the Gran Turismo Racing Academy. But despite this initial success, there are still a lot of things to overcome, and that's where seasoned racing veteran and crew chief Jack Salter comes in. You see, Jack thinks this whole idea is bad. Why? Well, because it is. I mean, you wouldn't join the army just because you're good at Call of Duty, and you wouldn't turn to a life of crime just because you played a bunch of GTA. So why would anyone think that they can be a race car driver just because they're good at a racing game? But despite his objections to the idea, Jack agrees to train and coach Yan, and as they work together to prove to themselves, the racing community, and the world that they belong there, what we get is a pretty good movie. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and say that there's a lot of groundbreaking stuff as far as the script goes. Let's be honest, the story of a guy who loves racing, gets an amazing opportunity to live out his dream, has to overcome a big setback, and then pulls it all together at the end to overcome the odds, really isn't anything new. In my Blue Beetle review, I said that having a basic script is fine as long as you make up for it with having a lot of good character moments. And where I thought Blue Beetle lacked in those moments, I felt like there was enough in Gran Turismo to make up for the lack of innovation in the storytelling. And most of those good character moments come from the relationship between Jack and Yan. From an acting standpoint, everyone is really solid. The biggest standout, however, is David Harborough, who plays Jack. He brings just the right amount of jaded to the part without coming across as a total jerk, and he's just the right amount of caring to pull off the role of mentor to Yan. On a technical level, there are also some pretty impressive things going on. There is a neat use of video game visuals in the beginning of the movie to show how Yan feels when he's racing on his console, and they continue that video game motif to show you how he gets comfortable in the real races. There's also some really great directing when it comes to the race scenes. The use of drones, helicopters, and cameras strapped to race cars really puts you right next to the cars, and you can really feel their speed and power, especially if you see this on a screen that has a great sound system. So, would I recommend the movie? Sure. I think at a matinee price, you're definitely getting your money's worth. It's a nice change of pace from the typical summer movie season fare, and the fact that it's all based on a true story really kind of shows you that sometimes truth really is stranger than fiction. Well, that's it for this one, guys. Have you seen Gran Turismo? What did you think about it? Leave a comment below, let me know. As always, thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.